Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a great Christmas and are having a good New Year. We've not done much really for a few weeks. We've been busy working. We've had guests over from Sydney, but the New Year's upon us now, and we're heading towards Australia Day celebrations. And we wanted to get out early because we both work full time, so it's difficult to get out anything but a day in front, and you tend to find most of the free camps are absolutely packed and you can't get in anywhere. So with that in mind, what we had planned was to get away to Inverleigh, which a previous video we did, we were going to go to Inverleigh, and anyway, we got there and it was full. So we figured we'd go to Inverleigh. Anyway, yesterday I headed down to Inverleigh and had a look, and unfortunately you can't have campfires there at the moment because people have been leaving campfires burning, and now the council have gone in and said during the fire season, no campfires. So we figured, all right, we'll give that a miss then. Tiny came up with Tanner's Bend campgrounds in the Otways. So we figured, all right, we'll go there. We've been there before. We haven't done a video on it, but we've been there before. So yesterday evening, I hitched up the van and headed off there. We'll be very careful. If any of you guys are thinking of going to Tanner's Bend campground in the Otways, Google will screw you completely, and Google, sure as anything, screwed me. Sent me in on a four-wheel drive track pulling a 22-foot van, and to say the least, it was interesting. And I'm going to pull the SD card out of the dash cam because I was by myself. Tiny was coming later, and I'll show you, if it's still on there, I'll show you some of the tracks I was driving, and I'll stick that in right here. Okay, this is the entrance to the track, and as you see, just as we entered this track, there was a sign on the left hand side, which I did miss, saying that it wasn't it was suitable for four-wheel drives only. So at this point I should have really backed up and reversed out, but no, the track doesn't look too bad at this stage, so we press ahead. It looks okay. It's, you know, fairly wide enough to get the van through, quite dry. A couple of puddles here and there, but nothing serious. I slowed down a little bit here because I was thinking, should I back up? Should I try turning around in that driveway? But no, it doesn't look too bad. I reckon we'll be alright. I do know that this is only probably 500 metres long, this track. 750 at the most. So it's not a very big track. Now at this point, we start to see a few potholes, a few little puddles. A little bit boggy here, but we keep pressing ahead. Now at this point you can see it's starting to get a little bit tighter. Taking my time getting through. The puddles are becoming more boggy and starting to spread it across the whole track more. But the actual base is pretty hard and there's plenty of traction. So again, not too fussed about it. Just keep heading on. Again, the track's, you know, it's reasonable. It's not too bad. Plenty of room. It's no, you know, probably not much wider or not much narrower than what we expect where we live. So used to pulling the caravan through tight tracks like this. Now you see the bog holes are starting to appear and become a little bit more rutted. Caravan's being bounced around a little here. Quite narrow this bit because there's a bend. You've got to try and feed the van through. But yeah, we get through, trying to get a bit of momentum just in case it was boggy. At this stage still haven't got out and checked any of these bog holes, but I can feel traction wise so far I haven't had any problems, but I am starting at this stage to become a little bit concerned. Too far now in to be able to turn the van around or even reverse it out without help. Certainly would have been a challenge to try and back it up, and as you can see the track's becoming very boggy and really just trying to get through this bit as hard as I can. Our van's not an off-road van, so obviously it has got solid axles across, and I was concerned about getting it hooked up. But again, it's got quite high clearance, so yeah, we were getting through okay. Okay, you can see the bog holes are becoming a bit more sustained, wider, longer and more rutted. The caravan was really being bounced around. Now at this stage I actually have taken the wrong side of this tree, so the tree to the right. I come round it and then I see two things. The van's not getting through that gap, the roof would have hit the tree, and there's two bog holes in front. Left one looks pretty long, and I was concerned about the trees overhanging above it. Wouldn't have got the van under there, I don't think. So at this stage I get out, find a stick, and just want to check to see the sort of bottom, whether it's the same as what we've had previously, hard. And this was pretty hard. The other side, you wouldn't have wanted to go in there, that was pretty soft. So I was aware then at this stage that some of these bog holes could be soft. I was also aware that I was the wrong side of the tree, so I needed to get back in the car and I needed to try and back the van up and get to the right side of the tree to my right. So at this stage I start backing her up. Now I am used to doing this because of where we live in the Brisbane Ranges. The van gets pulled down tracks all the time, so tracks like this don't really concern me too much. It was more of the risk of getting stuck when I was by myself. So there I am backing it up, just need to get it back far enough to get across to the right and attack the right track. So just backing it up and then trying to wiggle her across to the right like that. That should be enough. Should we go forward now? Now if you look at the tree in front of me, the one that's angled off to the right, that's got the sort of right lean, you can see the bottom of it has got a bit of a stump sticking out. That became a problem for me as you can see the track bends round to the right and then round to the left, and you can see it's quite narrow through here. And I'm checking my mirrors as I go in, and what I can see is the actual bottom half of the van was going to hit that stump. So it would have ripped the bottom out the front of the van. So at this stage I have to back her back up again and then put the car kind of halfway up the bank to the left. and right into those bushes to get the van to wiggle around and miss that stump. Again, you've got to really have eyes in the back of your head. You're checking your mirrors, you're checking the top and the bottom of the van as you go through here. And we get through without too much issue. Now, we're almost at the end of this track at this stage. So you can actually see, you know, the video doesn't really show it well, but I could see that I was reaching the end of the track. And there was one last big bog hole to go through before getting back out onto the road. Now, I knew that these bog holes were all fairly firm bottomed. This last one was the only one that was a risk. There was no other way of avoiding it. I couldn't have gone round to the right, so it had to be through to the left. And as I entered it, I knew that I had plenty of traction there. But if I'd have got hooked up there, that would have been a disaster. And then the campground is as we turn right here onto the main road. The campground here is just down this track. It's not too far. On the right hand side, and you'll see as we come down here, you can actually see now across to the right, you can just see the roof of the toilet block there, the sun hitting it. And what we found here when we got here is actually the campground was completely full. They've made the campground really aimed at people with horses, so there's like a little horse enclosure there for people to tie their horses up while they camp. Which is really nice what they've done, but it's made it really popular. And you can just see to the right here, the fencing, that's the horse enclosure, absolutely packed out. So from this point, I call Tanya and we head off to Merideth Park. Just not too far up the road from here. So yeah, that was an interesting one. I managed to weave the caravan through that track, a little bit of reversing and different lines and getting out and checking the bog holes to make sure that they weren't too soft. And luckily the bog holes there are all quite a hard bottom, so plenty of traction. But yeah, wasn't happy. Anyway, where did we end up? We ended up at Merideth Park at Lake Colac, which can be really windy. But you know what, it's a nice campground. There's toilets there, there's water there, and what we're planning on doing, and hence why I'm on my way to work now, is it's an hour to work from there, so we can camp there. I can still go to work on the days I've got to work, and it's just a getaway. It's just a break from the norm, and that's what our channel's all about. It's about the real world, those of us that have got nice caravans that want to get out and use them. You don't have to take weeks and weeks off. It's nice to, but you can use them on a regular basis. Just pick areas that are not too far from your work or not too far from home, and you can still get out there and have fun. So anyway, stick with us, and we'll show you what we get up to. So we're here, we're all set up, and we're here till the end of next week. Today being, what day is it today? Thursday. Yeah, Thursday today. So we've got the weekend here. I'm working Friday, Saturday I'm off, and then I've got Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at work, and then I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. So we've got a little bit of time here to chill out, relax. We're not too far from home. We're going to do a bit of camp cooking on the hillbilly. Tanya's got a few dishes she wants to try. It's blowing a gale in typical Merideth Park fashion. So yeah, the weather's looking decidedly stormy. We come in here, you can see there's quite a bit of white water on the lake. So that caravan's been here for some time. what you find with this place, you get the people that know, and you get the people that think that camping by the lake is the best place to be. And 9 times out of 10 it would be, but this place can get so windy, and right by the lake you get hit by it real bad. So normally when I come here, I do what I've done here, which is I set up the van with the back onto the lake. Now I've deliberately put it away from the lake this time. And you can see, there's the lake, there's the setup. And the reason why I've put it away from the lake is to park it sideways on. I'll spin the camera around so you can see this guy who's parked it backed in, deflected in. There's no set bays, and you could put it sideways on, but it's a little bit selfish if you've got people, you know, it's a busy weekend coming up. We know that it is because it's Australia Day. And this van's 22 foot long. It would take up at least 2 spaces doing it that way. So just moving it out, putting it over here, we don't get hit so much by the wind. We can have our awning out and not worry about it being torn away. And it leaves those areas free for the people that really want them. We're not water people. We don't have like jet skis or canoes or kayaks or anything like that. All I like to do occasionally is take the fishing rod down there and flick a line out, which I can just walk down there and do that. That's not a problem. Anyway, Tanya's gone down to Coles because she's got a load of stuff she's planning on doing for the cooking, and unfortunately she left all of the stuff that she needs in our pantry. So she's bought the meat and some of the stuff, but the sauces and, you know, herbs and stuff like that, she's left it all in the pantry. So rather than going home and using fuel to go home and collect it, she's just said go to Coles and rebuy it. Anyway, here's what it is. So Tanya's doing, I think she's doing a peri-peri chicken. So she's got the chicken wrapped up in there. So anyway, it's got to be turned in 20 minutes. So we'll see what it looks like. So this is Tanya's creation. She's just given it a bit of a...
It's not my creation.
Well, it's what we've done. She can talk about where she got the idea from. But yeah, just browning it up nicely.
Yay!
She's on the alcohol. There's something new there.
So this is from the recipe book.
Fire to fork.
This is from the recipe book, Fire to Fork. Peri-peri chicken with potatoes, sweet potatoes and broccolini. All done over the campfire. Originally it was just done in foil, but to crisp it up I've taken it out of the foil. And it's pretty much ready to go.
Good.
So it's going to be yum yum in our tums.
Yeah, we can eat it. Excellent. Well, there you go. We bring it to you first. I'll show you the book. I think it's under here. No, she's hidden it. I'll show you the book. It's very good. The guy who does it has got a YouTube channel as well, so check him out. I'll put a link in the description. There we go. Adventure Cooking. It's Harry Fisher. Good book. It's got some good stuff in it. Cheers, Harry. We're just about to try your first one. You're not getting anything. You're not getting anything. And you're definitely not getting anything. You or you. Right. Into the van. Oh. So there we are.
Peri-peri chicken with potato, sweet potato and broccolini, all done on the campfire, and that's thanks to Fire to Fork by Harry Fisher. The only thing I didn't have chili powder, so I used chili flakes. So if it's really hot, that's tough. Yeah. But we like hot, so that's good.
And to be fair with Harry, having watched his channel, well, there goes the book. See what happens when you're drinking while you're doing it. Harry's cooking doesn't always go to plan.
No.
And he does improvise quite a bit.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with this book. It's just a guide.
Yeah. So I have improvised an idea Harry measures. Oh, that looks about right. That'll do.
She does the same with her alcohol, to be fair.
Yeah, I've had too much of that, but that's okay.
Anyway, we're going to eat this. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know.
It's you.
Let's try it. So the chicken. It's pretty spicy.
Is it good?
Mm.
Does it taste like peri-peri chicken?
Tastes like hot chicken. Whether it's peri-peri or just chili, I don't know. Very good. Try potatoes. Even the potatoes are pretty hot.
I did cook them in the spices from the marinade of the chicken.
Be why? Give it a go. Very nice.
Good morning, everyone. This is our second day here. Richard's gone to work again, so I'm here home alone and I'm not working, so that's a bonus, I guess. The dogs are being reasonable. They're not being super naughty. I did decide that I fancied something to eat, and because Richard's not here, that's a little disappointing that I have to do it myself. So anyway, let me just go and head out. So here's the naughty mutts. Are you being naughty, Muffin? You're naughty. And Amber? Gracie, what are you doing? Are you being cheeky? Yes. Okay. So, given Richard's not here, I thought I'd do myself some breakfast. So I have some bacon, some fried bread and tomatoes, and I'll probably chuck an egg on, and the dogs will benefit from that more than me. So yeah, it's a little bit grey, it's been a bit drizzly today, but it's supposed to be 23, so fingers crossed the weather heats up, because it's really quite chilly right now. So I thought I'd take the dogs for a quick walk, considering the rain had stopped and the sun had made a brief appearance. However, of course, as soon as I decide that, it rains. Fabulous. Come on. Can you stop tying me up now? No, Grace is going wee-wees. Come on. Walk. No, Muffin, you're not having the magpie. That's why they're gun dogs. You leave it? Good girl. It's a beautiful stop. Beautiful fir cone that'll go well on the fire. Come on. The pelicans again. Another swan. Hi, so I had a bit of a snooze. I guess I was a bit bored. I'm not used to being somewhere where I have absolutely not much to do at all really, and on my own with the dogs. We took a little walk, came back in, had a bit of a snooze, got woken up by the council person asking if I had a permit to camp here, which that's the first in all the times we've been here. So they do definitely come round, and the permit's for 28 days, so I scanned their barcode and did that. Now I guess I've just lit the fire. Richard should be back here about 7. He's going to pop home from work, get some wood and another couple of other bits and bobs, and then be back here. I reckon, yeah, about 6:30 he'll be back, so I'll do dinner for 7. And today I am going to be doing, again, it's from The Fire to Fork by Harry Fisher. And this will be the camp oven bush ribs. So again, it's a recipe I haven't done before. Give it a go. Either it'll work or it won't. Got 2 choices. So once I've prepared it all, I will come back to you and show you how easy it is to prepare or not. And then I'll pop it into the camp oven. It takes about 4 hours, so hopefully I'll just about have the timing right for when Richard gets home, and he can enjoy a nice dinner, hopefully, if I don't burn it. We'll see. Alright, so I think I've got everything organised. Better put my glasses on so I can read the recipe. So it says to put 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. That's about 1, that's about 1/2. 3 cloves of garlic. 1, 2, 3. Brown onion. Barbecue sauce. There we go, half that. And a tin of diced tomatoes, that's easy. And some, I don't have beef stock, so it's chicken, but that'll do. There's some more food, so I'll chuck that in. There we go. And oh well. Got water and beer. It's not going to hurt, I'm sure. A little bit left to drink. Excellent. And yeah, a bit of that. about right. Some sugar. About that. And a bit of chilli. Chilli. Oh no, we'll go the other side, I think. There we go, some chilli. That'll do. Okay, so that's all the ingredients in the pot. Might have stuffed it up a little bit, but anyway, what's new there? I'll just give it a little stir. And then what I've got to do is I've got to take the membrane off the beef ribs, which I haven't done before, and chuck that on the fire for about 7 minutes, and then put that in here and cook it away. So we'll see how it ends up. Okay, so I've moved outside. It says in the recipe book to put the beef ribs directly into the fire on the coals for about 5 minutes. To me that doesn't seem quite right because it's going to have ash on it, but I'm going to do it the way the book says, and maybe if Harry ever watches me make his recipe, if I'm doing it wrong, maybe he'd be kind enough to let me know. But anyway, let's see what it says. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed it doesn't all go wrong. Now the other thing is this recipe is for 4 people. I'm only doing it for 2. I've kept the same amount of liquid, but actually it's a bit more because I read the instructions wrong as per. But we'll just see how it turns out. It also says to do it with rice. I'm not a huge rice fan. And I'm also not a huge potato fan, but I'm going to do it with baked potato, so I think that will complement it quite well. And I will do those in the camp oven as well. Might as well make the most of the fire while we're allowed to have one. Alright, well let's turn these over. Doesn't say anything about turning them over, but anyway. Ew, coals, yuck. Ow. Hot. Far out, pussycat. Ew, hot. Oh yeah, there's definitely charred black bits on it. I guess it's right, looks alright. And then once I put it in the oven, it will take around about 4 hours. It says 20% heat on the top, so I'll put some hot coals on the top of it as well and keep it going for those few hours and see what we end up with. So this is it, just about to go over the camp oven. I might lower it a little bit, see how I feel. So here we are, that's the short beef ribs. The bones already falling out of them. I've put a couple of jacket potatoes because I don't have any tin foil, I ran out. So I'm just putting them on the hot plate to see how they do. They're quite away from the heat, so hopefully they won't cook too quickly because they've probably got another at least hour and a half to go. But yeah, looking pretty good. So the main man is home.
Yeah, where's my dinner?
He's bought his comfy chairs. Put his feet up. He won't be able to eat his dinner like that, I can tell you now.
Yeah, just get me a funnel and pour it down.
Oh, I don't think so. And here is the short beef ribs with jacket potato. Looks pretty awesome. The bone's falling out. Grace thinks it looks particularly nice. So we will see what the master says. So what did you think of your ribs?
Ribs were really nice. Liked them.
Yeah. What about potato?
Potato was alright.
What was wrong with the potato?
Been a bit hard.
You think? But was the skin crispy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the skin was crispy.
Yeah.
Just the inside was a bit tough.
It was like a cricket ball.
I cooked those stupid things for like 2 hours. We ran out of foil, wasn't good. Anyway, we now have a raging fire because Richard's got some wood from home. And now we're going to sit back, chill out, have a couple of drinks, and go to bed.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. That's what you do when you're camping.
Mm.
Oh, look, this is something new, something novel.
Novel.
The wife.
I have evidence of me cooking breakfast the other day.
Ah, the wife doing bacon rolls. The brekkie. Look forward to that. And we got a little bit of a casualty with the caravan, which is just our awning. You see it's just under there. You see it starting to split along that front edge, and it's obviously the wind here. So we're going to go down to Bunnings today. I don't know what this end's like. Yeah, this one's just starting to crack as well. Look. It's about 3 years old, and the winds at this place really hammers them. I thought I was being clever by putting the caravan back onto the wind, and of course, irony, yesterday the wind turned round, so it was lifting that flap on the awning, and it's been flapping it yesterday quite violently. We'll go to Bunnings and see if I can get some repair tape just to put along that edge just to support it. The rest of the awning's fine, it's just that very front lip. Anyway, it is getting to that age now. Just over 3 years old. It's been used a lot. You've got to expect these things, haven't you? So woken up to a pretty blustery morning, fairly overcast. I'll show you what it looks like out here. You see, pretty cloudy. Don't think we'll be getting too much solar input from them. It's still blowing a gale, dogs are still barking. The EcoFlow's still doing a really good job. So we've got the panels out. They're facing north, so I've got a bit of shadow on them now, but not really too bothered about that because I'm pretty sure it's just charging my phone at the moment in here, but I'm pretty sure yeah, there we go, 100% fully charged. Not bad. No, let's just lift this up. Considering this is what we've had sky wise, there's a bit of sun now, but it's been pretty grim all day. So yeah, so far the EcoFlow has been performing really well. So we're not too far away from, there is a water point here. I'll just show you. Just round this corner. Oh, just round this corner there's a water point just there. Pretty boggy here, but it does mean you can fill up your water tank quite easily. The pelican's having a great time, and seagulls. It's definitely emptied out a bit it there. The old awning, we did a little bit of a repair to the awning. I'll just show you what we did there. So what I did, went to Bunnings, and Bunnings do a Gorilla Tape that's for repairing vinyl awnings. Basically it's a clear one. So what I've done, literally we've just cleaned it up with a bit of alcohol and just run it along there. You can barely tell, but what it's done is it has just improved right where the stitching is, where it was starting to go. Yeah, it's all good. So I'll give it a few more months anyway. Morning everyone, happy Australia Day. So the Merideth Park has filled out, you could say just a bit. So they were streaming in Thursday night, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, people still streaming in there. I'll give you an idea. So obviously to protect the panels, we parked the MG over a bit, so we've still got the solar panels out. But we've got, obviously this guy must have come in last night. We've got people right behind us, and the people behind them arrived a couple of nights ago, but they've been gazumped and squeezed in. Strange, because there's loads of space this side. I suppose because this guy's straight on, no one can get in there. They could always reverse out, so they could have done. There's still a spot there. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what it's like going further down towards the gate, onto the water line. Tanya tells me you're awful. But yeah, we kind of knew that this place would be pretty bad for Australia Day, to be honest with a lot of people. And I can only guess that tonight will be quite noisy. But anyway, it is what it is, we're away. We are planning on going home on Sunday, on Saturday. We were going to go Sunday, but we figured we'd pull out of here tomorrow. We've got a few things that we've got to get done before we get back to work, so we'll be going a day early. Hillbilly's going.
I'm working.
Time's working. It's a public holiday. Why are you working?
I'm just doing committee stuff for the American Crocker Club.
Oh, so not really working then, really. More of a hobby.
Yeah, still necessary. Still required.
So just a quick update on the EcoFlow situation. Those of you that follow our channel will know that we've got an EcoFlow Delta Pro as our 240 volt power source for the caravan. So the EcoFlow Delta Pro has a 3500 watt hour battery, lithium battery, and a 3500 watt inverter built in. In actual fact, the inverter can be boosted to 7200 watts using a feature called X Boost, and we keep on top of the charge back into it with two 225 bifacial EcoFlow solar panels. Well, yesterday was overcast pretty much all day, small areas of sunshine but not much. Today, again, looking at the sky, it's pretty cloudy. Solar panels are just there facing north, and just to see what we're actually getting, so this is the app that we use, and right now partially overcast. Out of 450 watts I'm actually receiving 100 watts in, but I haven't actually turned those panels, they're just facing north. I haven't turned them to actually collect more sun, I just set them on their base setting. But you can see that the eco flows up to 93%. That was with me doing washing with it yesterday. So we had the washing machine running, and 3 hours and 10 minutes. Now if we get a break in the cloud and we get some decent sun, that input will go up to 500 watts. So at this stage, really happy with how it works. We've not once been in a situation where we've lacked power on 240 volts, and obviously the solar that we've put on the van, that's ridiculous. I mean, again, and there you go, giving you a quick update. So we're getting the batteries up at 100% there. Right now we've got 11.39 amps going in on a pretty cloudy day. Voltage 13.62 volts. So we can come from that. And we can go to our solar. See if I can get it to connect. Okay, so on our solar, 179 watts going in, voltage is about 41 volts, showing you the current of 12.9 amps. Just slightly out of range on it. The the one thing I will say with the Victron app, the Bluetooth range is awful on them. Literally, you've got, I would say you've got to be within 5 meters of it. The actual, it's irony is I'm actually picking up caravans parked all around us. So I'll just show you. This isn't mine, these are other people picking them up, but the signal on my own is very weak. I've only got 1-2 bars, showing 1 bar on these other people's, which I'm guessing is the van there just around the corner, and possibly the one behind us, which was coming up yesterday. But yeah, that's the only thing with the Victron app. I would say the range on the Bluetooth is not very good. It works if you're around the van, but you've got to be pretty close. My units are under the bed, so we're actually sitting bed end. We can't be more than 3 meters away, but we have got an alloy wall in between us. Yeah, not that impressive. A little bit of sun hitting the panels now, and the EcoFlow's looking at being fully charged just over the hour.
So here's the main man cooking brekkie. What we got today, babe?
Food.
Food?
Food.
Oh.
Hot food.
Hot food. So we've got fried bread, mushrooms, bacon, tomatoes.
Broken eggs.
Broken eggs, hash browns.
Broken hash browns.
Mm.
Dog's got an egg.
Yeah. Which he didn't like the look of it, so he's giving it to the dogs. Wind's picking up a bit here. We don't really feel it because we've got our back to it, which is good. We've managed to resolve the problem of the dogs barking every time someone walks past.
Kill them?
No, we didn't kill them. We've turned it round so they can't jump up like they are now.
to pull up and do the mirrors, because I've forgotten to pull the mirrors out. Again, seems to be a common thing for me. Oh, there goes my hat. Okay guys, well that's us finished. We've had a bit of a time down here in Lake Colac, down at Merideth Park. It's been pretty busy here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been.
We've met up with some new people that are starting a YouTube channel, and I will put a link to their channel in the description. But yeah, check them out. They haven't started posting videos yet, but they're just starting a lap around Australia, so it should be interesting. Lovely couple. And we're going to go now and head down to the showgrounds to empty the toilet on the van. So I'll show you that when we get there. Not the emptying, obviously, but where it is. It's a local place for you. It's $2 to empty the toilet.
Yep.
All right.
So that wraps up our adventures for us, I think. If you like what you see, click the like and subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified of new content.
Yep, we'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys.
See ya. So here we are, we're at the Central Caravan Park, which is actually at the showgrounds in Colac. And this is where the dump point is. They charge $2 to empty your cassette. So I'm just going to go in and pay the people.
I almost didn't want to use it. It's nice and shiny and new.
Oh well. Some very old vans here, look. Dump point. Dump point's just here. And there's enough for him just to swing around. There we go. Not too full. Oh, it smells like. Oh. Oh. Whoa.
You make such a big deal of it, it's not that bad.
Yours. Important thing, put this somewhere safe where it can't fall down there. And what don't you do, darling? You don't push the button before you start tipping.
No, because you get it all over your hands. It's a little bit nasty. You're such a sook. That's normally my job, but I usually get Richard wet when I'm doing it.
Yeah, funny how that happens. It's a game we play, isn't it, my love? It's called the poo foot game. We call it poo foot. We tried to get poo on the shoe.
Yo. Oh, don't be a sook.
Why is it all wet here then?
Because it was wet when you got here.
I know why.
Somebody's probably missed. Ooh, it's got cold. Hi, you're right.
That'll do. Little splash. Hang on. I'll get this out of the way. Okay. That's all the poo particles gone. So just lock it. And that's us done. See you on the next one.